Bob and Mandy here, and welcome to List Play.
Yay!
So today, we're going to be talking about YouTube.
No witty intro at all,
No.
just like straightforward, okay.
And the things about YouTube that are annoying. And I should say, before we get into that, if you haven't seen this show before, it's basically a talk show where we talk about whatever the crap that we want in the artificial construct of a list. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we do lists where we see who makes a better list, or sometimes we work together to make a list, or sometimes it's the best and the worst of something. Today, we worked together. We came up with a list of the most annoying things on YouTube.
And to be fair, this is from a YouTuber's perspective, so it won't be things you might know and or worry about on YouTube. But hopefully if you have a small channel, or if you have a big channel, or any kind of channel, you'll feel these feels with us. And if not, you'll get to feel into what Bob thinks about it, at least.
Yeah, you'll get an idea of what a YouTuber experiences as compared to how you feel about it. And we're starting off with one that I think any of you that do YouTube will relate to, probably. And it's one that is something that I've seen, not personally, but seen through my friends who do YouTube, because I sort of jumped on the bandwagon late. But number 10 on our list of the most annoying things about YouTube is that it's basically impossible now to start with like 0 subscribers and grow and become like Markiplier, or become even like my channel, where like I'm almost at 500,000 sometime.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, unless I lose 12,000 more subscribers in next week. But like it used to be like when Mark started, he started doing YouTube, and everyone was like, Mark, you're fucking crazy. Like,
don't drop out of school.
Don't drop out of college to do YouTube. This is a stupid idea. Obviously, he knew better than the rest of us.
He did.
But he started from nothing. He started with 0 subscribers.
And especially because he had to start over.
Yeah, he started from 0 twice. Yeah. And he just by making good videos and by being consistent and
by
building
paying attention to his fans,
yeah, he made himself what he is today. He's at 13
God, I
million?
can't even
I don't know. He's had a lot, right?
A lot of millions.
Many millions of people. He started at 0. I didn't have to start at 0 because I happen to be friends with him, and because of Drunk Minecraft, I started the first day. I got like, I don't know, a lot, like 50,000 subscribers. I didn't earn any of that by doing hard work and being consistent. And it seems like it's not possible anymore for people to do that. Mark has said it himself. He's been watching, the way YouTube changes and everything. And I've been watching his channel change, and then seeing friends try and grow smaller channels. And now it's all about how much people watch your videos, how long they watch your videos, and if you're like connected to a bigger channel. Mm-hmm. Like, I get lots of promotion because I'm connected to Mark and to Wade, and I do videos with Jack. But if you don't happen to be lucky and have friends like that, it seems like smaller channels just, they don't grow like that anymore.
Well, and along with that, like the whole commercialization of YouTube now. So it used to be just could be guys in their basement, and still some of you are, let's be real. But it's like more commercial now. And well, I mean, that gets you better content. And like with the YouTube Red and how they're doing their own series, it's like a TV show now. And they have like big producers and like big budgets and stuff. So it's not, I mean, we're not saying that's bad, I guess, necessarily. I mean, it's bad that small channels can't get off, but it's just a little annoying that it's not as it was.
And you hear all the time, and it's true. It's not about becoming really famous on YouTube. It's about doing it because it's fun, because you're making some kind of video that you enjoy making. But like, the point of making something for people to watch is like, you think you've got something that people want to see, and if it's good, more and more people should see it. Like, the point of YouTube was to allow people to just make videos without having to go through Hollywood or go through a TV, like company and get a show on TV. You just make videos that sounds good to you and do it the way that you want it. And if people like it, they watch it. But it seems like even if you have really, really excellent content, you can't start with no subscribers and just build your own channel anymore like you used to.
There's tons of great small channels out there, though. Yeah, so be aware. Like, all you guys, we love all your content. It's just
there are lots of channels that I've seen going through like tweets that I get, or going through stuff for Let's All Play, trying to find people for that. that have amazing content that's better than mine and funnier than mine, or more thought, better edited or better produced, but they just, they don't happen to have the lucky connection that I had, and it's really hard to start from that and to build your own fan base. So
you're like crying here, like you really feel.
It's disappointing. I mean, and I feel really privileged because I didn't have to do that. But there are lots of people who probably deserve to have as much a following or more following than I have because they've got real talent or skill, or they're just really freaking entertaining or something. But it's really hard. It's just hard, and it seems like it's getting harder for small channels to do that. And
not to plug your channel, but I'm gonna plug your channel. So that's why you do your series, the Let's All Play, to play with smaller YouTubers so they get a shot at a bigger viewership. But you haven't done it in a while, so I'm gonna light the fire under you. Yeah. And he has one right now that he needs to edit.
I just need to put it out there.
So yeah. Be prepared for more of that in the future because I'm going to make him, and you should make him too. Tweet at him.
Bother the shit out of me to do it.
That's the only way it works, really. I need a
lot of external reminders that I should do work instead of just play Overwatch all the time.
Okay, moving on to number 9 on the list. So this one I think you should talk about since you wanted to put this on the list so bad. I feel bad about this one. So this is kind of my list idea. So yeah, most of this is his list, but I contributed some and I have opinions on some, but this one, so he's talking about when YouTubers make promises to upload all the time and or they're a daily show and then they don't, which I feel like is the kettle calling the pot black or whatever way. Well, but I don't promise anything. Skip days a lot too. Yeah, but I don't have a time. There are some channels that I watch where it's every day at 8 a.m. our videos will go live. Mine is more I'll try and post a video every day. Sorry. And you were doing 2 for a while there. Yeah, I mean, and now I'm gonna get back to it. We had my grandmother passed and we talked about that, and I'm feeling better. Yeah. I'm gonna start making videos again, but that really knocked me off track of doing videos. Okay, this was not a guilt you. You should talk about why this is on the list. It's so disappointing when I follow several channels, and Good Mythical Morning is one of them, where it's every day at 9 a.m. my time, Good Mythical Morning goes live. And I don't always want to watch it at 9 a.m., but when you just are oh, God, I just need a break. I just want to watch a YouTube video. And you go and get it out, and it's I haven't watched Casey Neistat's blog for today or whatever. And you go and look, and it's it's yesterday's video. Why isn't there a video today? What? Wait, it's after 9 o'clock. Man, we're really bad about this too. If there's nothing from Danny and Aaron on the Game Grumps, we're fuck, I don't want to watch the rest of them. I just want to watch Danny and Aaron. Well, and the Game Grumps play some games too. Right now they're playing Katamari Forever. The Sonic just one, an interesting game, and Sonic and the Black Knight. We just don't like those games. We'll watch them. More Zelda. Yeah, more Zelda. We like when they play games that we really want to watch them play, and so it's God damn it. But yeah, that's just, I find that disappointing. That's a him thing. I am more... It happens, man. Sometimes out of nowhere, you're just there's no new Good Mythical Morning today. Did they die? No, it's just they tell you they're going on a break, and they've been posting other stuff to their channel. It's sad. I want all my YouTube stuff. I know, maybe you should pay them more then. Okay, some of them don't need it. Okay, so number 8 on this list. So this one was for me, and I hope you guys all agree with me. What bothers me most on YouTube is all the fucking trolls in the comments section. So I mean specifically people that go around just to dislike videos and or just to post really mean comments about people. Because I don't really understand why you would take time to go to someone's channel and then proceed to think about it for a while, and then write something really mean in their comment section. I just don't understand the draw to that, because... Yeah. Okay, maybe they'll read it, but what's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen? And a lot of them, in my blocked comments, the comments that are so bad they get auto-blocked by YouTube for language or whatever. And they're just not, they're not just mean. What? They're is this even about me? They're Yeah, they're like so ridiculous about like things so ridiculous you can't believe that someone thought those things.
Yeah,
And/or
it's ridiculous. And there are a lot. I see a lot. This is weird. I don't know if this is just my channel. I see a lot that are like from like religious channels or people who have like religious liked videos on their channel. When you look at it, and the comment is something like, "You must repent or you're going to hell. Watch this video to learn how to make Jesus love you." And it's like really negative, mean, like threatening. And it's like, and they'll post it like 30 times on different videos. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Like, if you have like a legitimate like criticism about like something going on, okay, yeah, I get that. Or like you want to voice your opinion about you don't like this series, they should stick to another thing or whatever.
That's
like those
appreciated.
sort of comments are helpful, but just like I want to eat your face off. I don't know. That doesn't help anyone.
Yeah, I don't get those.
And sometimes I try and look at their channels when they do really mean stuff, and I'm like, well, you suck. But I don't say anything because I don't like to engage. But I just look at their shit and I'm like, well, you're a horrible human being. So that's how I feel about trolls.
Yeah.
Don't troll.
I think everyone agrees with you. I want to your face off. Yes, that's what they say.
Kind of.
Eat your yeah. Everyone in chat is like, eat your face off.
I don't know. That's my go-to ridiculous comment.
Is that if you ever get really mad at someone, like we're walking down the street and like a car almost runs into us, are you just gonna be like, "I'll eat your face off"? Watch where you're driving.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
That brings us to number 7 on our list of the top 10 most annoying things about YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7 is sub dumps or sub purges
that YouTube does.
And this is something that I think you only really care about if you have a channel, but it's so depressing when like once a month YouTube goes through and sort of like deactivates accounts on YouTube that haven't been active in, whatever, a year or something. They have some process for like, they delete these old accounts because no one's using them anymore. And so like once a month on YouTube, you'll go wake up and you'll look at your channel stats or whatever, and it'll be like minus 20,000 subscribers in the last 24 hours. And it's like,
my favorite
why?
though, my favorite was when Jack hit 11 million twice.
Oh, yeah.
Because he hit it and then YouTube did a huge dump and he like went below and then he hit it again. He was like, "Hey, I hit it again."
that was really funny timing. Yeah, because he lost like 500,000 or more subscribers right after he hit 11, and it went. That was funny. But yeah.
Well, so people who don't understand this, even if your subs are not actively watching you, you don't want them to get dumped because maybe something will pop up in their stream or it'll recommend them videos from your stuff. So even if they're not actively watching you in the time, for a YouTuber to be dumped is really sad to their livelihood.
Yeah, well, and it does happen too. I'm not sure exactly how YouTube's system works, but I hear every time there's a big purge and people lose a bunch of subs, I hear on Twitter then a bunch of people are like, I'm unsubscribed from like these YouTube channels that I like to watch. Like, why did I get unsubbed? And it's a little bit, so you might lose track of. It's not a huge deal. It just hurts to see. Like,
it is. It's a big stab. It's like
you gain little bits at a time, and it's like
it was on our anniversary and Mark's birthday, I think, and he was like, "Happy birthday to me, minus a bajillion subs."
But yeah, that probably doesn't really matter to you guys who just watch YouTube videos. But watching the channel grow slowly, and then it's just like. It's sad. Yeah,
it's a sad prospect. So that's why that's on the list. It's sad.
But that brings us to number 6 on the list. Another one that's probably sort of a thing amongst YouTubers more than YouTube enthusiasts. But number 6 on our list is algorithm gossip. Which,
what is that?
Yeah, so
Please
the way basically YouTube works is if you want to get a lot of views, if you want people to see your stuff, there's an algorithm that YouTube uses to decide which videos are good and which ones they don't want to promote. And so there's like some tricks you can do to make sure that all of your subscribers see when you post new video because YouTube thinks it's a good video. And I honestly don't know what they all are. Like, I don't spend time obsessing about this and like tweaking things, but they're so, every time I talk to other YouTubers who are really into it, it's one of the things that always comes up is this moment where someone's like, did you hear? If you want your videos to be promoted on YouTube Gaming now, they have to be at least 10 minutes long. And everyone else is like, what? No, I didn't hear about that. The algorithm changed, and it's like blah blah blah. If your thumbnails are purple, no one's gonna watch your videos. Blah 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 blah. And it's not that it's not important, because it's, this is everyone's job who does this professionally, and it's good that they're trying to make sure that they're doing everything optimally so that their channel continues to be successful and that their livelihood is secure as it can be. But it's always just like, God, I'm not going to change how
it's like little
my
fads
thumbnails
about
look.
things that they think. But I mean, who knows?
Well, and that's the thing too. Is like sometimes I think it's something that seems true to me. Someone will say like, you should do this. It'll help you make sure your videos are shared by YouTube. And sometimes it's like, how would you possibly know that one little thing is going to help YouTube think that your video is better? I don't know. It's just, I find it so silly.
See his sassiness? It's so funny.
Because it's an obsession thing. Like, I'm just not like that. I just make the video however I think is good, and I put it out there, and that's it. But people are like, oh, it's got to be this long exactly, not too long. But and I'm like, you can't make it. I don't know. I find it silly. Maybe it's why my channel's not growing like everyone else's, but I find it silly.
Well, and just the algorithm in general, that it has things like that, is really silly, too. I don't know.
It's silly.
Okay, should we move on to number 5 on the list?
I want to talk more about this. Hang on. No, we can do number 5.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So, number 5 on the list is Copycat Channels. So now we're not talking about anyone who, like, takes part of Bob's name and makes it into your thing, your Twitter or your Twitch or whatever, but
or like art, or if you make your own shirt as like a fan shirt or whatever.
Yeah, but there are like active channels that like literally steal some of Bob's videos and put them on another channel trying to draw views, and just like the same thing, not just like not commenting about it or anything,
just
the
like
exact same
copy
video
my videos onto their channel
and calling them like MySkerm Actual or MySkerm whatever they feel like calling it. Well, and there's actually a lot of merchandise places too that use his logo to try and sell you things.
Yeah, and I know,
as long as it's not, I mean, it's not cool to just steal his stuff and try and make money off of it.
I know, like my merchandise store might not have everything in the world that you might want, but it is funny how easy it is to go online and find the store that's selling just my logo that Adam made for me, just on a purple T-shirt, and making, trying to make money by selling stuff with my brand on it or whatever, and
it's not an easy thing to get rid of either.
Yeah, what can I do about it? But it's like, it's, that's mine. It's my name. Seems rude. And it happens even more for other people. I mean,
sorry, that laugh was out of nowhere. I was reading chat.
Yeah, I figured. If you look for like Markiplier's channel or Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie, there are huge channels that have like lots of subscribers and lots of videos where it's the same thing. They just like ripped a video off of the internet and re-uploaded onto this new site that's called like Jacksepticeye, Skeptical Eye or whatever, and it's the same picture in the avatar box, and it's like, people think it's Jack's channel because it's his videos, but it's just a copycat. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how easy it is to get away with that, and how hard it is to actually do anything about that. And even Jack has trouble. I was talking to him sometime. He was like, "Yeah, I tried to get YouTube to take it down, but like, their process for that is very slow." And they said, "I don't see how this is copycat of your channel when it was obviously all the same stuff." It's ridiculous how hard it is to do anything about it. Sorry, I'm really taking over this episode.
It's okay. It's your episode. I mean, people want to see your perspective on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube, so.
You're on YouTube.
I'm on your channel. It doesn't count.
Counts. Everyone loves you.
We played that one game, King's Quest, which you won't post the rest of.
Right.
Even though I keep telling you to.
What's this show called? Nag Bob?
I'm using it as that, am I not?
A little,
it's
yeah.
Working. It's making me feel bad.
But yeah, Copycat Channels and Copycat merchandise and Copycat lots of stuff. It's weird and it's hard to get rid of. But that brings us right along to number 4 on the list.
I keep going the wrong way. It's like backwards
number
on the screen.
4.
You can see there's 4, right?
Yeah. Number 4 on the list is YouTube drama. And I mean, obviously, it's easy to say, like, yes, Drama Alert and Keemstar are just horrible things on YouTube, and it makes me a little bit upset that that channel is, like, really popular and less people watch it. But more than just, like, the people, you know, the Keemstars of the YouTube universe, the problem is that the manufactured drama. There's so much bullshit that people just trying to get attention or just trying to get views will, like, fight on Twitter, and then they'll, you know, there's like this whole thing, and then everyone's like, ooh, they're fighting on Twitter, and it's all manufactured. It's absolutely all manufactured. These people don't know each other. I mean, this is general. Obviously, some YouTubers are friends outside of YouTube, but a lot of YouTubers don't know each other, except that they're YouTubers, and they're both on the same platform. And they they just manufacture all this drama. It's like, why? It's awful.
Oh, Chad is pointing out that if they find out about this, they may start a war with us.
Hey, if I get on Drama Alert, I get like 30,000 subs instantly, right? Or whatever. What's Keemstar say? It's a huge sub boost. I don't know. But yeah, all the drama that people try and come up with just to, like, make themselves more interesting is, like, I find it exhausting. And some of it, maybe it's real, but there's no way all of the drama that exists on Twitter and YouTube is real. It's bullshit. It's like wrestling. It's very entertaining, maybe, but it's all fake. And you know it's fake. I could go on, but
Bob likes real
I'll
things.
let this go.
Okay.
Somebody donated $1.
Everyone seems to agree with you, so.
Yep. If there's any Drama Alert fans out here, I'm sorry that I offended you by calling out your favorite YouTube channel, but, you know, I have my opinions.
Okay, so number 3 on the list, and we already sort of talked about this, but we wanted to call it out in general, is...
First!
Damn it.
First.
No, first. I have
First.
proof. I have proof.
No.
On my computer. Look, I have the screenshot. It says first.
Second.
5th?
Yeah, first commenters. So maybe this is petty, but on every video on YouTube that has ever existed, everyone, what's the deal with the first comment thing? I mean, I guess it's just like, I was the first one here, haha. But it's just so ridiculous. And the thing that really gets to me is usually it's like two people say first, when then one person's like, you weren't first, I was first, and then the other person's like, you're fat and stupid. And it devolves into like, well, you're blind and you don't have any hair, but I was first. And it's like, ugh. First.
Literally every comment section Bob has. Look at the comments, and there will be firsts, like several.
I don't care if someone just says like first, and then someone else is like first, and then they're like, I missed it. I'm like, okay, fine. But it's always just like this battle of like, well, fuck you, I was first, and fuck you, and pro tip, it doesn't matter.
We
no
don't care
cares.
if you're there at first. Actually, we would rather you say something meaningful first, rather than like, ooh, I like this, or something, rather than first.
Yeah.
Because first means nothing to YouTubers.
That one, now that we're talking about it, maybe that's a little bit petty, but it's still
It's just silly because
every
video
video
comment,
has that.
You
like,
look and you're like, oh, I just posted a video. People are starting to comment. And you look and it's just like a conversation about first. And you're like, good to know that you watched the video.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching the video that I wanted you to watch. I appreciate that. It feels good.
Thank you for appreciating my content and all the work I put
My
into that
artistically
video.
produced video content.
Hey, you've been trying recently with the vlogs.
I have been. I'm trying. But that brings us to number 2 on the list of the top 10 most annoying things about YouTube.
Number dos.
And that is, once again, something that maybe YouTubers will feel more than viewers. But the upload system for YouTube has a lot of problems. And I don't understand them. Like, sometimes you just can't upload because YouTube's fixing the servers or something. But more than that, like for me, I can't upload unless I'm in an incognito window, which is where you open a secret window for watching the porn, where it doesn't track your history.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, that's what it's for. But I can't open it in a normal browser. I have to open a special browser window, and still sometimes it doesn't work. And it doesn't say why it doesn't work. It just says, you can't upload. You can't upload. Sorry. And it's like, uploading is kind of crucial to doing a YouTube channel. Like, that's the last mile that you have to do before anyone can actually watch your videos. And I just don't get it. It's broken in a lot of different ways. And I've talked to other YouTubers who have different problems where it's like, I can't upload if it's Wednesday, or I can't upload a video unless it's titled, I don't know. There's just so many different weird little problems that it seems like they're not trying to fix. And it's really frustrating.
Well, and sometimes the uploads are just fucking slow. And what is it after uploading that YouTube has to do?
Oh, and the processing. Yeah. Processing.
That
occasionally, it'll just stop
takes
processing
like
your video.
days to do for no reason.
Yeah. That, the processing process, I didn't mean to do that, but it's really, really inconsistent.
I mean, we're
sometimes
not
it'll process
YouTube
in like
general
2 minutes
because it's a great thing for most ways, but that one they could use a little tech improvement.
Yep. But that awkward silence.
Are we just not going to talk now, or?
Oh, I was just going to let you talk, but then I was like,
I have nothing else to say. I've never uploaded a YouTube video. I've just seen you do it, and like
you've heard me talk about it lots.
Yeah, but
But that brings us to the number one thing.
Is this a test on how much I listened?
Mm-hmm. To the number one thing that is annoying about YouTube, according to us.
Yeah.
And
Mostly
that,
you.
Yeah, well.
But also I agree with this.
You have to hear me bitch about it. So, the number one thing that's annoying on YouTube is the copyright system. Holy fuck, YouTube. The copyright system
is awful.
It's so bad.
Fair use, right?
Yes, fair use.
Right to fair use. I don't know what's the words.
Fair use.
Fair use.
So, and it's like,
as a lawyer, he has an opinion.
And I mean, legally,
okay, not really a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer. And legally speaking, like, fair use is amorphous. And yes, it's abused by a lot of people who want to try and claim copyrights on stuff like Nintendo, when it seems like if you're reviewing a game, you should be able to use footage of the game you're trying to review as fair use. But beyond the fair use issues, the actual system that YouTube implements for copyright claims makes it really fucking easy for some completely random person or company on YouTube to claim a copyright interest in a video that you post, and very, very difficult to get rid of that. Yeah. You have to provide like a written letter of consent to use the material, I think, is one of the alternatives. Or you just have to claim that it's fair use and basically challenge the other person, the company or the person that's claiming they have a copyright. And YouTube does not seem to really care about the implications of that system on the creators.
So to be fair, we're not even talking about the React stuff where you take clips of other people's shit and put it in yours. Okay, maybe you can see why that might be claimed as something. But what we're talking about is the absolute ridiculous. This is a video of Bob playing whatever video game, and they copyright claim at 2:20 that there's something in the background that's their
that actually happened.
Yeah.
It was a speedrunners video. Or no, it was Lethal League, which looks kind of like speedrunners. It was the background image. Someone claimed a copyright on a very, like, non-detailed background image.
And if you don't know what that does for Bob, okay, you get a strike, right? Which is really bad on YouTube.
Not immediately. Not necessarily.
But you definitely get they automatically get all the money from that video.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing they have to, like, prove, or it doesn't have to go through an approval that they should be getting money.
They don't have to prove anything.
They just start getting money off of your channel as soon as they claim it. And they're like trolls who just do it, I'm sure, for I don't know, they just get money off of people like Bob.
Well, and it's stuff
whatever.
like this that actually happened to me. That one I thought was weird. Another one that really surprised me was I was in a band in Cincinnati called the Cincy Brass, and I did it in my Draw My Life video. I talked about that, and I was like, well, I'll put like a little snippet of the song, one of my favorite songs from our CD in there, because we recorded a CD when I was in the band, and I was really proud of that. And, that was a big part of my life. And I texted the guy who's in charge of the band. I texted Paul, and I was like, dude, I'm doing this video. Can I use part of a song in the video just for like 10 seconds? And he was like, yeah, I don't care. Without, it's all good. You were in the band, like you're on the CD.
And it gives them free advertising.
Yeah, and I put that in my Draw My Life video for a very short segment, like 10 seconds.
And isn't that fair use when it's 10 seconds?
I thought so.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be, I think. But that was copyright claimed. My own band's music, which it was an original piece of music that one of the band members wrote, a recording that I was on.
And it was not by them.
And I did not hold the copyrights to that recording, but it was our fucking CD. Got copyright claimed by a company that I had never heard of and that Paul had never heard of. Mm-hmm. And I ended up just having to tell YouTube to cut that copyrighted music out of the video, and that was the solution. I couldn't fight it. Even I talked to the band leader, the guy who's in charge of everything, and he was like, I have no idea. I did not do that. I gave you permission. And
so they're just trolling for finding music that they think should be complicated.
What? Even if it was originally a claim, how could I not fight that if I clearly had permission to use the copyrighted work from the person who owned it? It's like, that's the kind of thing that makes it
and
number
so
one
I'm
on the
always
list.
Worried, especially I guess these list plays, whatever, but whenever you put things in anything about anything, that it could get just like copyright claims, so you have to be like obscenely careful and like walk on eggshells, and it just is scary as a YouTuber, because they could take everything that he has.
If
it was a legitimate
if you
claim
get 3
somehow.
copyright strikes, I believe the number is 3, your channel is just dead.
Isn't it in some amount of time? Don't they refresh?
I don't know the exact rules. I have not researched for this video what exactly the policy is. But basically, copyright claims can completely kill your channel, which if you're a professional YouTuber is kind of a big fucking deal, because that's your entire livelihood, or at least a big part of it, if that's what you do. So yeah. And I heard about the Nostalgia Critics issues, and that was crazy, because that dude does very good work. And he's very entertaining.
And the H5, is that the
H3.
H3. H3. Okay, I always got the wrong number, but their stuff is ridiculous.
They're not 5
too.
yet. They're only 3.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, all the stuff that's going on with Ethan and Gila with their fair use issues and the big Kickstarter that they did and all that, it's a problem. It's a big problem, and it's really fucking annoying.
I know, and we feel for everybody going through a serious one right now, and everyone who has stupid things that are claimed about them, even on unmonetized things. So that's why it's number 1. And let's be clear here, we like YouTube and we're fans. We just thought that it would be fun for you guys to see a little bit of Bob's perspective of what a YouTuber thinks about the worst parts of YouTube.
Absolutely. YouTube is a magical thing. And I do think it'll change. I'm sure that YouTube will try to make it better. I'm not sure how hard they will try, and I'm not sure how successful they will be at actually making these problems better. Some of them you can't really do anything about, but the copyright one, I feel like they could fix that if they wanted to.
Well, and I get why the system might be the way it is, because if there's actually someone using your shit, and they shouldn't be, you should be able to shut it down. But it heavily weighs on their side, too.
But yeah. YouTube is generally an awesome thing, because it lets you make whatever sort of video you want, as long as it, isn't like porn or horrible, inappropriate things, and put it on the internet and get an audience, and it's great. And obviously I enjoy it. You have a good time on YouTube.
And we watch lots of YouTube stuff too.
These are just some of the problems that sort of stick out when you're around it for a long time.
When it's your job. I mean, I'm sure everyone could make a list about the worst things at their jobs. So.
Yeah. But that's it, guys.
Yeah.
That's our top 10 most annoying things
but
about YouTube.
But don't go anywhere because we have Let's All Play Together. I always have to make sure I'm saying the right words.
That was wrong.
Let's Play Together.
There you go.
Damn it! So close! They're all too close. Okay. Let's play together after this.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you're interested, by any chance, there's Let's Play merchandise available on the MyScrum store. I have to plug it, because otherwise, why does it exist? The link is in the description below. Click it if you want some. If you don't, thanks for watching. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. And as always, we'll list you later.